So we're back out and about again, hitting the local charity shops, trying to find games to bring up the CEX to build some trade credit and help build our game collection. Now I was hoping to use today to maybe go into the city centre, Drogheda, somewhere like that, and have a good read around a good few charity shops, but unfortunately the weather's a bit against us today. It hasn't stopped raining since the middle of the night. We're going to stay in the car, stay nice and dry, and just hit the local charity shops and hopefully find a few bits to bring up the CEX. But I have my little pile of trade credit here. We've got 4 Call of Duty games that we're going to get about 20 odd euro for, so we'll hit the local CEX as well and we'll pick up something nice for the collection at the end of the video. But we're outside the first one now, so let's jump in, hopefully find a few games.
Cycling campaign, so the latest installment of the Green Way with new people to life as cyclists. It's all the options are made safer and more attractive and more reliable, when you put that everything in place, people definitely use the large.
So absolutely nothing in that first charity shop. Not the best start and doesn't really bode well because that's the one that normally bails us out, but this is definitely going to be a short and sweet one. As you can see, we're already soaked just going from the car into that charity shop, so quick dash in and out of the last 4, and you never know, hopefully they have some games for us to bring up the CX to trade in, but either way, we'll bring our little pile up and we'll get something nice at the end of the video, but on to the next one.
Yeah.
So nothing in those two as usual. The first stop that I went into, there was a woman started looking at books and stuff like that, so I didn't want to climb on top of her. So I don't know how good the footage is in there, but did have a decent amount of DVDs, but we were very careful this time, very thorough, went in behind everything just in case we missed anything in this one, but definitely no games in that one. So second stop didn't even have a DVD to look at. So look, we still have the Jack and Jill and the Last Vincents to go, so hopefully we get a few games to end the video with. But we can only keep going, have a look at the last 2 shops, and hopefully we can find some games. So if you're new around here, my name is Adam. I'm a video game collector / hunter, hitting the charity shops of Dublin and all around Ireland really, trying to find bargains that we can bring up to CEX to trade in, build up some nice trade credit and pick up some really nice games for the collection. So what we're trying to do at the moment is we're trying to get out at least sort of twice a fortnight to do some hunting, try and pick up a few games in the charity shops to build up a bit of trade credit, have a look at my little wish list that I've put together on the CEX app and pick out a game, maybe 2 or 3 even, depending on how much trade credit we have, and then travel to that CEX to pick up the game and hit some of the local charity shops in that area as well to try and build up some trade credit for the next video. Now unfortunately in the last video we found absolutely nothing in the charity shop, so we're relying on sort of backstock in this one. I have a fair bit of trade stuff left over from last year that hasn't been brought up, so on weeks where we don't find anything we kind of dip into that little trade pile and pick out a few bits. What I've done this week is our budget for the last game was about €10, so I've decided to double that up to 20. So I've about 20 odd euro in trade credit with me here. We're heading down just to one of the local CEXs in Northside here and just hitting the local charity shops on the way to see if we can find anything to trade in for the next one. No luck so far, but we still have 2 to go. Now because we've had to dip into the backlog of trade credit in this one, that means that we've triggered a giveaway, so keep watching till the end of the video for details on that. We're going to be giving someone a chance to pick out 3 games from a little bag of trade stuff that I haven't really sorted into anything that we're going to bring up just yet, so you'll have your chance to have your little pick of the games that are in there. So if you're enjoying the game hunting and you want to see what we end up getting for the collection, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. It costs absolutely nothing. It really helps us out, it really helps other people to see the videos, and I promise I won't spam you. I only put a video up maybe every second week of the game hunting, and hopefully a little bonus video is going to start coming every week soon as well, but we'll talk about that in another episode. Well, we're outside Jack and Jill now, so we're going to jump in, hopefully find a few games and get some trade credit together to get something decent for the next episode. So if you're a regular around here, you know the first place we normally see games in Jack and Jill is in the window, so we'll have a quick look there and then we'll head on in and see if we can root that out. Not seeing anything in the window, hopefully there's a few hidden inside for us. I'm sure those in a minute.
Run tight! Run no tight!
Some frozen planet box sets are €2 in here, so this can be a good spot to get some trade credit. Not scanning. No, trades for nothing. I'm just looking to see, make sure we haven't missed anything here, but not really jumping out at me. So. So nothing first in the Jack and Jill today, unfortunately. They did have a little box of tapes that I enjoyed having a root through, but it turned out to be mostly sort of Irish folk and classical and stuff like that. I really want to be picking up. Still have one more stop, one last hope to pick up a few games, and then we're just going to head down to CX and pick out something out of this trade credit that we have with us. So let's see what we end up getting. Alright, so this is our last stop, last hope to pick up a few games for the next one. So for some reason there's absolutely no audio on the GoPro for this clip. I'm basically just shiting on the car saying I'm outside CX and Northside now, talking about how the night before I put together a little pile of games to trade in, and I took some B-roll which I'm about to insert into the clip now. Actually, do you know what, I better just stop talking about that in now because I will forget. So yeah, that's the games that we brought up. But what I'm saying here is that we have decided to do a rollover. So because we found nothing 2 videos in a row, I actually am remembering that I have a couple of old vouchers in my wallet, which I'm getting out now. See, the timing with this talking is bang on. But yeah, basically there's a voucher in here for $27.50. So I'm going to use that instead to try and get something a little bit nicer. And we're going to roll over the pile of trade credit to the next one. So we have, I think it was €22 worth of games. They're basically just Call of Duty games that I said I'd bring up now while they're still trading in pretty well. So what we'll do is we'll take those games into the next video, we'll match them again, get a few more games off the trade shelf, and we'll get at least €40 worth of trade credit and pick something decent out in the next video out of that. So hopefully that'll make up for not finding too many games in the spot. Unfortunately, this was just one of those weeks where I did about 9 days in a row in work, and the one day I went game hunt, it was lashing rain, so we could only really hit the local shop. So we'll jump into CX now, have some footage of the shells, we'll have a little look around, and when we get back to the game room then we'll have a quick look at what we ended up picking up while we were in there. we're warm and dry again and we're back up in the game room. But before we get into what we grabbed in CEX and the giveaway, I just want to remind people very quickly that the Irish gaming market is returning on the 30th of March. That's right, it's back and it's bigger and better than ever. So many people reached out in the comments on the last video and in Instagram posts and stuff as well, asking when it was on and how they'd missed out on the event, so you're getting plenty of notice now. So again, it's back on the 30th of March. It's in the City North Hotel in Gormston, County Meath. But just like last time, it's going to be packed full of all sorts of different vendors. There's going to be retro games everywhere, cosplay, games that you can play, and there's even an after party this time around, so this is an event you don't want to miss. So the last one was such an amazing day out, just getting to meet all sorts of different people in the community, seeing people that watch the videos and all that as well. It really was a great day out and I cannot wait for this one. Now the last one did sell out, so you're getting plenty of notice now. Make sure that you get tickets as early as possible. I'll put a link down below in the description to our website. You can go on and see what the market's all about, and I'm sure there'll be a link on there somewhere to buy tickets. So yeah, hopefully you get to see it all there on the day, and like I said, I cannot wait for this event. It's going to be a great day out. So we've got plenty of options on my CX wish list. Had a really good route around in there just to see if there was anything maybe on the PS2 or something cartridge based was kind of what I was after on the day, but didn't see anything on the list, so I went in a slightly different direction. So as you know, we recently got a Wii U for the first time and got a copy of the Wind Waker, which doubled my collection of Wii U games from 1 to 2, but now after these pickups we're going to double that again from 2 up to 4. So the first game that we picked up for the Wii U is a copy of Rayman Legends. Now I've heard really good things about this. I think I've seen it recommended in someone's YouTube video, so you'll have to let me know in the comments down below if you've played it and if it was well worth picking up. And the other game we grabbed is a copy of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Now I loved Donkey Kong Country games back in the day on the Super Nintendo, and I don't think I've actually played any of the modern iterations of it. I know my nieces and nephews had this one. I remember seeing it being played on Christmas Day on the Switch, so when I seen this version of it on the Wii U, I just had to grab it. Now in classic Retro Games Ireland style, I actually managed to overcharge myself for this. I didn't even notice when I was picking it up. So actually when I got home, I was sort of marking it off my wish list, and I seen that it was €12 on the app, and I was thinking to myself, I paid 18 for it, which as you can see is what's stickered here. But if you have a look on the label, it was mislabeled as Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Wii, so we're after paying €6 more than we should have. Will I bring it up? Try and get me £6 back? I probably won't be bothered, to be honest with you. We use trade credit for it anyway, so I'm happy enough just to keep this. It is the Selects version. I don't know how people feel about Selects versions of games on the Wii U, but it only really has this little red border on the front, and I will be displaying all my Wii U games sort of spying out anyway, so it's not like some of the Platinum games where it sticks out like a sore thumb, so I don't mind having a sort of a Selects version of that. And look, you never know, we might find another copy of it another day at around the same price and switch this one out for that. So 2 Wii U games added to the collection. Let me know, as I said, down in the comments below what you would have spent the credit on, or if you've seen anything on the shelves in the CX footage that you would have picked up. So anyway, to close the video out, I've mentioned earlier on that it is a giveaway video. Because we didn't find anything in the last video and we had to dip into our trade pile, it's triggered the giveaway. So as mentioned in the video, and I've shown a little clip of it in the last video, I'll probably pop it in again here, but we have a bag of games on the ground there. Nothing groundbreaking, stuff that's probably only worth a few quid in trade-in, or else stuff that's worth a decent bit more that still plays, but it's just a little bit scratched up for CX to take it. So yeah, we'll do a little competition and I'll pick one lucky winner by the time the next video comes out in 2 weeks, and we'll arrange a way for me to show you all the games that are in there, and you can pick 3 games, maybe I'll throw a bonus one in or whatever like that out. So yeah, the usual rules will apply. You have to throw a like in the video, you have to be subscribed to the channel, and just to make it a little bit more interesting, because I like to throw a tiny little challenge on them, I mentioned earlier on about the return of the Irish gaming market, and I did post a video from the market in November, so all I want you to do is tell me one game or one item that I picked up in that video, and you'll be entered into the draw for your chance to win. So yeah, that's it for this one. Didn't get to as many charity shops as we would have liked, but by the time the next video rolls around, we'll have had plenty of opportunities to get some hunting in, so hopefully we have some really good finds in that one. But either way, we're going to get ourselves out to CX, and we're going to add another probably €40 worth of games to the collection. So make sure you join me for that one. Thanks for checking this one out, and we'll see you again soon. Cheers.